Salutations, my friends. I hope you guys are doing very, very well, and I hope y'all are having a great day. Uh, few housekeeping rules right now is in this video we're going to just be jumping right into Warframe, all right, into Deviri and other such things, and well, tomorrow I'm gonna go live on Twitch. So if you guys want to watch that, it's twitch.tv/papaslav. We're gonna go live tomorrow, and we're going to be working on a lot of weapons and stuff and builds, but I just kind of want to chill for now. Just probably check out what's inside the Steel Path circuit, actually, is what I want to do. We got the Soma Incarnon. I already got that. I want to go for the Aken Brunt, and I already have the Burst Incarnon. I don't have the Nami Solo Incarnon, but I do have Vasto. So I'm going to go Aken Brunt and Vasto. I want to commit to these choices, yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into public, and then I'm going to go straight into the circuit, boys. So, anyways, why are we going into the circuit, and what's important about this stuff? Aken Brunt kind of sucks, and the Acrid's also a really shit weapon. It's pretty damn bad. I have to charge my headset, sorry. It's pretty damn bad. All these weapons are pretty awful. So I want to get the Incarnon Genesises for them, and hopefully not have to worry about them. So we got melee attacks are imbued with fire, dealing plus 70 damage and health. So straight up, pretty decent. Actually, do I have you with your final ability? What's your final ability? Yes. So I can go for this and have that nice melee right there. We got the Kuva Hind, and we got the Prisma Gorlock. I'm gonna go for the Hind, as it is better. I got my Leto, which I don't believe I have the Incarnon for just yet. I got the Haiku Prime. I'm not gonna go for the Haiku, actually. I'm gonna go stick with the Leto. I do need to farm the Genesis for it. I have the Incarnon, I just have to get it. Alright, I'm gonna type in I'm ready in the chat. Amanda, steal your girl. Son Amanda. Alright, alright. Do I want to go burst or semi or auto? I want to go with auto on the Hind. First things first, separate. And just go with the flow. See what we get. What is this? Oh, it's Exterminate. Cool. I like this one. Exterminating is good. Yeah, fuck that guy. And my goal is to make videos on all the weapons that I have that are good and all the weapons I have that are bad. I want to do a Warframe weapon tier list. I remember that trend was going on for a while, and well, since it's over now, I might as well bring it back, right? For some of this stuff. Rest in peace, you. Rest in peace to you. Oh, that's right. I'm not gonna put the Genesis on the Leto at all yet until I get the Leto Vandal, which I'm also farming. Which, if you guys want to join me in any of the farms, you guys can go ahead and add me on Warframe at Papaslav, and I'll accept all your friend requests if I like your name. Nah, I'm kidding. I'll add you in regardless. How fucked up would that be? Gatekeeping because of names, man. That's a little shitty to do. At least I feel like that would be like the worst thing to do that you could do to someone. Is just straight up fucking ignoring them because you're like, oh, your name sucks, or oh, I don't like you, your face is ugly. Like, nah, bro, like that's a little rude. Come on now, you make me sad. I remember a couple years ago, I was trying to join a streamer to play, and the streamer completely ignored me because of my name. He was like, I don't like your name. I was a little pissant back then too. So I've grown up. I've gotten better. Can't get angry that someone took my snackies. I didn't mean to do this. I guess that's fine though. We still got the kills. My goal was to press the 4th ability here. I decree something. Okay. So what do I decree? Heavy attacks deal an extra hit with 60% corrosive damage and status. Critical hits deal an extra hit with 40% cold damage and status. Drifter ability cooldown reduced by 15. Warframes gain plus 15% ability efficiency. I like that ability efficiency, especially since I'm not a caster per se, but I am also not that. I'm going to definitely use my abilities. Alright, that guy's dead now. I'm gonna make sure I can heal from his gnarly shit. The fact that the fire's imbued is also really good. The heat. There used to be something called fire damage, but I think that got changed to heat. Blast is also getting a rework. Oh.
The battle is won. The paradox tamed.
Woodfoot. Let's go.
Will you lay your sword aside and rest?
Foes inflicted with status effects have 50% chance to spread them to enemies. That's good. It's within a like radius, but that's fine. I want to get the Ladle Vandal for the Incarnon.
In its fabric. Seal them up again. Or worse foes than Thrax may emerge.
Sucks that I played this game when the what's it called?
As much as you can.
The Founders Pack was out, but I was only 13 and I couldn't get a job at the age of 13. Thank you, federal government. So yeah, I couldn't get it, so I couldn't get by myself Excalibur Prime and get the Ladle Prime, which was insanely sad, and I'm still disheartened by it. But hey, you know, it's fine. I'll farm the Vandal, and that'd be that. I really like how people were bitching and moaning that, oh my god, how dare you make this exclusive? How dare you make the Excalibur Prime exclusive? Bro, if they didn't make Excalibur Prime exclusive, then there's no reason to buy the collector's editions or anything like that. Like, there's a reason why those accounts are, they're expensive if you want to buy a Warframe account. I don't even know if I think that's against Warframe's TOS anyways, and I do not recommend you buying accounts. Just deal with what you have, man. Just you know, I mean, I'm really sad that I saw it twice because I switched from PC to Xbox. I'm from Xbox back to PC because I was on a shitty Dell laptop that broke, and it really makes me sad that that's the case. So, you know, I would highly recommend that. FOMO is definitely a thing and a problem, but don't be angry about it. And if you are, it's really okay. You'll have other things to look forward to. A melee kill gain 40 overguard. And every 50 armor gains 5% ability strength. That's fine. It's better. But yeah, like I enjoy all of this in Warframe. I really do miss the fact that I couldn't get Excalibur Prime. It's not that I really cared for the Prime, it's not like really bragging rights, but now that Incarnons are a thing, the Ladle Incarnon's pretty nice. Even though the Ladum is still just a superior weapon. I wonder if I can rename my Ladle to Ladle Prime. That'd be funny. Ladle Prime. I don't even know if I could, or if I even want to. There are a few things I missed when I played Destiny, actually. And I used to play that game a lot, religiously, for a matter of fact. And it was more of a pain in the ass rather than fun. And it was mainly due to the friends I would play with, or trying to like teach someone a new raid, or one that really upset me. I did the and one that is a little bit of jealousy. I got jealous pretty damn easily when people got, because I was farming it for fucking 3 weeks straight. The Last Wish's exotic weapon. That exotic weapon right there, I farmed it, no, not 3 weeks, it was more. I think it was like a whole ass month. Because I did 26 runs of it and I still had yet to get the 1K voices. Everyone's like, oh my god, you know, I got 1K voices immediately. There was a guy I played with who got it twice, and it was his first time playing the game. And I'm like, dude, if you could trade with me, would you? And he's like, yeah. There's no trade in that game, so I could never get it. I did 26 runs, and they're like, oh, it's guaranteed after your after your 23rd or something. 26 runs I did of the Last Wish. Never once did I get it. So I was really pissed off. Like, I'm like outrageously pissed off. Let's do survival. I was extremely pissed off, and I was so upset with everything in the game that I just stopped playing. I mean, it sounds like it sounds horrible, but that's the truth. I was entirely just over it. I was so over it, so insanely over it.
Your presence is enough to hold the paradox at bay.
And it wasn't even that it was like not fun or anything like that. It was just it straight up was. It was just straight up the worst experience of gaming in my life. Well, you know, they made these changes, and they're like, oh yeah, we promise that you're gonna be able to get your weapon, ASAP. You know, you're able to, like, we made it so you don't have to do like 50 runs or anything like that anymore. But that was never the case. I did not mean to do that. Casting abilities, boost movement speed. Okay. Is this a casting thing? I don't even know if this is really called, do I consider casting at all? But yeah, it's so stupid. And I'm sorry for bitching and moaning about it, but it's been forever since I last played Destiny, but it's just something that has always gotten under my skin was the RNG of the game. I was actually one of the first people to get the Malfeasance too, and I wish they gave me like a little medal for that or something, because I fought the meatball with a group of people, and I was able to do it under light level and complete it the day of. It's not like I really needed it. It's just more for bragging rights. But yeah, I'm just tired of Destiny. I just don't like the game. So I wish that I can name. I want to actually. It's not that I wish. I want to name my weapons in this game. Some of the weapons from Destiny, right? For example, I want to name my Burst in Prime the Huckleberry. And that's why I went on that little rant there, because I do want to bring some weapons that I loved from Destiny into this game via namesake. Some of their names were pretty good, like the Dead Man's Tail was in one of my favorite, if not my favorite, primary weapon in the game. It did more damage than the Malfeasance and Crucible, and I really hated Crucible, and it made everything in Crucible a little bit better and easier. And I'm happy that Warframe doesn't have PvP, because if it did, oh my god. Now, Conclave is not true PvP. It's more like just fun, shitty game modes you can have with you can do with your friends on a Saturday night. It's not really anything special. I do enjoy how they do that snowball event every year, though. If they could keep that, that'd be nice. Or like the Dog Days event was really cool too. There were so many good events in Warframe that I did. And to be honest, I do enjoy how Warframe is with their with their free-to-play model, their FTP, F2, whatever. 2 begins with a T anyways, fuck you. Their free-to-play model, I'm just gonna say it that way, instead of F2P. So their free-to-play model is better than Destiny's and World of Warcraft's for the fact that they're not gatekeeping anything. They just kind of give you whatever you want and let that be it. This game is an incredible and fantastic free-to-play game. Dare I say, the best free-to-play game in the world. I have been playing this game for a decade now, and I've been switching on and off from like this game, Genshin. I play everything under the sun, but only one game have I ever really stuck religiously with. Warframe and Destiny. Destiny's gone now.
replenished.
I need to play Lost Ark. Or Last Ark. Lost Ark or Last? I don't know. It's just one of the arcs. Another game that I really enjoyed thoroughly was Power World, but I really wanted to get into another, you know, looter shooter. I love Helldivers, don't get me wrong. Helldivers is nice, but it's not captivating to me, if that makes sense. It feels like every weapon that I have is just lackluster. At least in Destiny and Warframe, I felt like I was actually hitting with what I had in my hands. And you know, there was like superpowers in between. And I know that Helldivers is meant to be like more realistic take on things. Realistic air quotes. But it feels like they nerf everything without buffing much. They're like, okay, we'll nerf the Quasar, but nothing else will get changed. So they're just nerfing the Quasar for just because it's OP. Alright, well, I mean, fair enough, but you know, the way that the way that Warframe does things I really enjoy is that they'll nerf something, they'll do it, like, take for example Dante. Dante's nerfs were kind of, you know, atrocious, especially gamer that, you know, condition overload on his, you know, birds was kind of annoying. Because you're like, okay, well, what can I use? I'm given this bird, I have all these birds, why can't I, you know, use them? And when that's the case, you kind of worry about, okay, well, I don't have much damage, right? I'm getting my damage from my fourth ability if I do, you know, tragedy, not triumph. If I do tragedy and not triumph, I do more damage. I actually am able to AoE explode. Well, they then realized that that was too OP because it wasn't a radius instead of a line of sight thing. So instead of being a cone, it was an area around you. And they're like, okay, well, he's nuking rooms. And unlike Saren, where you have to shoot the bulbous on, you know, the enemies and them doing damage over time, you kind of have to worry about Dante nuking entire room without consequence. There's no skill involved, there's no shooting orbs, there's nothing like that. It is just straight up, hey, I have this, and I can just nuke. So they made it line of sight. Valid. That's fair. That's fair and valid. But then they realize, shit, it's fair and balanced. However, we now realize that we made a mistake and our line of sight is all broken because now you're not able to kill people that are behind an enemy. For example, let's say there were two corrupted heavy gunners sitting right behind, like one right behind the other. In that cone, you wouldn't see the guy behind that other guy, if that makes sense.
Extractor in place.
So like I wouldn't see that other heavy gunner, technically. So the line of sight wouldn't go through, and it would say, okay, well, there's only one enemy instead of like two. So then you're able, then you have to spam your abilities more and more and more, and it was infrequent. And then now it's like, well, if you get to see even their like head, like even a like pixel of their head, then yes, you get to see them entirely. If they just went behind cover and you saw them, you know where they are, boom, they died. That's fantastic. That's a good change. I like that change. So that's how I would, you know, and they did it literally the next day too. When they nerf weapons in Warframe, they buff everything else around it. They're like, okay, well, we'll you know, nerf the Rivens, but we'll buff the default, you know, weapons, or we'll buff this weapon and we'll nerf this one. Or we'll buff this weapon while we nerf this one, and then vice versa. Until it just becomes a thing of the past where you're like, okay, well, I'm actually doing a lot of damage now, or, oh, this weapon's really good now. It's all a matter about perspective, right? And I feel like that's where a lot of companies fail to realize, especially the ones like at least Arrowhead. And it sucks because Helldivers is a fun game to play. It gives me a lot of Star Wars-esque feel to it. It gives me a lot of ODST vibes. It gives me, it's just, it feels like, and it's hard to say what it really feels like because it's completely different from any game. It feels similar to The Division, while it's not really The Division. I really did not like Ubisoft's Tom Clancy's The Division. It was really mediocre at best. Division 2 was better than Division 1, but that's not saying much.
Extractor in place.
There's a lot of looter shooters that I can get behind, and a lot that I just don't really understand. I love Warframe, so you know, that's one. I do enjoy Helldivers, but I just don't like the way that they nerf stuff. So I just stopped giving a fuck about what they nerf and what they don't, because I mean, I was like, who am I to say what's good or not? But then I'm reading, you know, up on this stuff, and I'm testing the weapons out, and I'm like, well, yeah, I can definitely feel a difference now that I'm playing it a little bit more frequently. Now we're going to be playing that game infrequently due to, well, this game taking priority in my repertoire of games, right?
For the taking.
Oh, fuck, that guy's weaving. Oh, they're weaving? Gotta go. GG. I'll stick with Amanda Steele, your girl. I'll stick with that. This person for now. But yeah, like, I know what I want from this channel, what I want from myself, and I want to focus directly on Warframe. Like, not too much of a hyper focus, but definitely a hyper focus. And we'll do. I'll definitely stick with some.
Minions to fight
I definitely
the
want to
rest.
do some
This jackal
commentary,
is a mere
but
envoy.
not too much.
Destroy it.
So I just kind of want to like stick with this for now.
The warrior must
The way that people stick with
where the foe's weakest.
what's it called? The way that people stick with
Bring it down.
Destiny or any other games like that.
Avoid the beams.
Avoid the beams.
Now, strike one.
Nice fucking stab, brother.
The foe flees before your onslaught. Hunt it down.
I want to get all these decrees actually.
Something is shielding it from harm. Find out what.
I'll get the decrees while he or she does that. Or they. To be honest with you, I couldn't really give a shit less of what people's pronouns are. I just say whatever on my mind. You know, when I'm just talking about singular people, I usually say he or she or even they. Critical melee hits grant 50% critical damage for 7 seconds. And the reason why I bring that up is I just enjoy being around people. I hate nobody. I have no problems with nobody. I just want to relax and do my own thing. That's it. That's all I want. Is my own fucking peace.
It has support. Change your focus.
And if I can have that, then I'm good. If I can't have my own peace, and if people get mad because I said, oh, well, you know, like, if you want to correct me on your stuff, that's fine. Do it. I have no issues with anyone. I really just couldn't care less about arguing. So, yeah. And plus, who am I to tell people how they should feel? I think that's a little fucked up that that's what's going on in this day and age. Is I should have no right to tell you how I feel about anything. I should just have the right to say my opinion online about certain weapons and stuff, and that's it. I'm not gonna get any more political than this. That's as political and as far as I'm gonna go. I don't care for conspiracies. I don't care for anything like that. So, and if I do, it's gonna be in the privacy of my own home, and it's gonna be not on stream or not on camera. And if it is on stream or camera, I apologize. I just I've just never been one to
Let this victory
do that kind of stuff.
serve as a warning. Duviri.
What's funny is I had some Xbox dweeb
Now or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is
Dweeb.
inexhaustible.
tell me I was a stab hogger. even though they did what I did, even though they just left the assassination target alone. A critical hit, gain 30%. Sunny has. I just want to start a conversation with this person, man. I feel like I'm going insane just talking to myself. See, and that's the funny part about these like YouTube videos is I feel like I'm just talking to myself, and I'm just gonna say things that I would normally tell people, and this is all improvised. I'm not. It's all. None of this is on script. I will never script any of this stuff. Like, why the fuck would I? I know some people who would script videos and things, and you know, be like, well, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do that, or whatever the fuck. To that I say, why? Why do you script? Makes no sense to me. I would never. I would never, and that's for a few reasons. One, I want to be as authentic as possible. And it's the reason why I don't think this channel is really going to go anywhere. Because I don't really enjoy editing all too much. I don't enjoy the heavy editing. I don't feel like lying to you guys about anything that I'm doing. And lying to you about builds and stuff. Like, if I make a build that's shit, I want to show you that build and how it's a work in progress. But it's not going to do you any good, right, if I give you guys a build that I haven't worked on. I also don't enjoy that kind of content either. I just want to enjoy building something, building a community where we can just garner a, you know, natural respect for ourselves, and so I can respect y'all, and so that way, you know, I can do stuff with you. If I was minus 50, increase the base damage of my shots, that's fine. I can just do this, and I can gain my armor back. No issues, no problems, no questions asked. Plus, I can go invisible via the Cloud Walker, so it's fine. If I sacrifice this for damage, it's cool. But yeah, like that's stuff that I never understood, is how people can be so angry about stuff. If that makes sense. Like, be so weird. They're like, I don't know the right term for it, man. Like, I don't understand how people can edit for so long and make all those jump cuts and all those things, and I just know I want to just talk and do things. And I know what I'm gonna do may not work today, or may not continue to work at all, because what I'm doing is things that worked 5 years ago, 10 years ago, just talking to the camera and just having a conversation. You know, I remember watching Minecraft videos from Paperbat VG and Uber Haxer Nova, Immortal HD, Sly Fox Hound, and it would just be hours and hours of me just watching their content, just hearing them go on about stories and things that are going on in their life and their expectations in games and stuff. And I wanted to do that. Don't know if it's gonna help, but I want to hit as many audience members as possible and get as many, you know, people on board in Warframe as possible, where we can just farm relics and get plat for free without having to pay some other, you know, Warframe YouTubers money for their own, you know, selves, so they can teach us how to grind. I understand you're selling someone a product and you want to grow, you know, your money and your wealth. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to teach people how they can do stuff for free. You know, modding for free. Now, if you want coaching lessons, I'm not going to charge you for them. Just send me a fucking message on Twitch, Steam, YouTube. Type it in the comment, and give, and we'll have an exchange there.
Has been exhausted.
You know,
If only for now.
message me on Discord
Do not
if you have my Discord. If you don't,
when to
that's fine.
judge
But just
yourself.
fucking know that I'm going to do my best for y'all, and that I want to grow for my sake and for the sake of, well, how many people can I assist here? How many people can I touch with my opinions? How many people can I how many relationships can I garner? How many people can I be around before it's, too late? Before, I feel like, I've had enough. I just want to gain as many people as I can to a common goal. Whether that is farming warframes or doing stuff for, Deep Arca Media. If it is just trading with someone. If it is just starting a new clan. If it is something. I just want to, assist newer players and not give them things. I want to teach them how to do stuff and help them and adjust to Warframe because it is such an immense game. I want to do lore videos and stuff. So, yes. This, whole thing is I'm going to do whatever I can to hopefully make people laugh, cry, smile, think.
Not yet defeated.
That's the goal.
Persist.
That's going to be my niche. Whether it grows or it doesn't, that's fine, but I want to at least try. At least fucking try. Because if you don't try something, you never know if it will work out. You never know if it will be the most perfect video in the whole world. It is just something I want to do. Right? And that's just my whole thoughts on it. Is that I just want to do things. In a nutshell, I just want to do stuff and make content that I myself enjoy, that you guys enjoy watching, The whole thing about me learning improv is I've learned that it's true in life and in things in general. It doesn't matter whether people find you funny or repulsive. It matters that you're having fun. It matters that you're doing what you enjoy, and that's it. That's fucking that. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then why are you doing it? Right? My 2 cents on it. I enjoy what I'm doing. I will always and continue to enjoy making videos and doing stuff for y'all. I just enjoy this with everything every fiber of my being. I enjoy this. I really am happy I can say I am doing YouTube videos and I'm doing it off of something I enjoy, which is Warframe. I did commentary for a while, but commentary, I mean, everything is in moderation, right? But the thing is, I'm more of a gamer than I am of anything else, and sometimes I'm afraid of my own opinions. I'm afraid of alienating too many people or making people, or giving the wrong impression of myself. That's another issue that I have, and that's a self-struggle that I guess I'm struggling with, is that I know what I want to focus on, and that is, I love commentary, but I don't really know what to comment on, everything and nothing, what? But I realized I can combine the two, gaming and that, and commentary. Right, so let's say here, right now, I want to talk about dating. I could just make a video and be like, hey guys, until we're just farming stuff and we're just talking. Farming and talking, that's it. Fuck, that should be the title. Warframe Farming and Talking. Right? I mean, I'm not sure if anyone will watch it, but some that I would post out there and see what happens. Right? And so it doesn't matter if one person watches it. It doesn't matter if 100 people watch it. It's the matter that someone watches it, and I hope they get something out of it. But the reason why I do care about the views is I want to have a group of people that, like the Destiny LFGs, for raids and stuff. I want that to exist, but in my little niche of Warframe. But that doesn't exist in Warframe at all. I don't, unless you go into recruiting chat, which is kind of a pain in the ass, because you're not in any VCs or anything like that. So you don't really know what relic people are trying to look for or farm or whatever. and it's hard to have a conversation when all you have to do is type. Now I get it, you know, Warframe has an in-game voice, but no one uses it. The people that do use it are spamming music in their microphone because they don't realize that they have a hot mic on because they're on console and they don't have the ideas that we have where we can just push to talk. They don't have that. They don't have push to talk on console. So that's where my whole, you know, point of view is on stuff. That's why I'm like, I just want to enjoy what I'm doing and not worry about anything. Because if I did worry, that'd be an issue.
If the Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen.
So yeah, that's I just want to be able to have a group of people I can talk to while we raid, while we open up relics, while we do events, while we do something, just anything at all. I enjoy back and forth conversations. I talk a lot. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do, and I don't like the sound of my own voice. I do like to have a back and forth with people. I might start a podcast on, like, you know, people's experience in video games and seeing how new player experiences are in video games. Video games are not hard, but they're not easy. At least not most games that, you know, people are getting into is not easy, especially if you're in the competitive scene of games like League of Legends. That's not easy at all. I feel pretty bad for the people that do play League competitively. I feel bad for people that play League in general. It's really not that fun of a game in my opinion.
Thanks to you.
I mean, personally, it's not.
Will not now happen. Will you lay your sword aside?
Melee attacks are imbued with fire.
Or fight on.
It's not that I hate,
Your presence
you
is
know,
enough to hold the paradox
many
at
games,
bay.
but I just have problems
the
with
environment
League of Legends
itself
and games like
will
that.
fight
It's
to
just
choke you
it's
out.
just not fun. I do enjoy just being on front of the camera and just doing what I'm doing, talking about what I'm talking about, doing what I'm doing, and just, you know, growing the fuck up, and getting out of the idea of I can post whatever the fuck I want and it'll be a banger. It will never be a banger. I'm not expecting a banger anytime soon. I'm not even expecting, you know, much out of anything. I just want to have people to play with. A group and a community where we can go together and farm relics constantly and consistently. I want to be involved with my community. I don't want to not be involved with my community. I think the best part of Warframe and the best part of being around y'all and doing what I'm doing is because I'm doing it with a community. It's because I'm doing it with a group of people. It's because I'm there. I'm there for you. And, you know, you may not be there entirely for me, but I want to be there for you guys. And I want to be there for the fact that I can get out of any sticky situation that I'm in. Any. Decree shots deal an extra damage, inflicting a status effect. Let's do this. But I want to just do things for y'all and to, you know, have fun and not worry about much of anything. Like, I just want to sit down, play Warframe or play a video game and just talk. Just pull up a cold one and, you know, see how everyone's doing. I know that everyone has difficulties in their lives and stuff, and I want to just lighten that up just a little bit better, you know? I think it's early on good to be humble, and, you know, if you do end up supporting me and you do end up doing all that, I hope you know that I thank you. And I thank each and every one of you that show up to my live streams, that watch these videos, that subscribe, that like, that comment, that share. Everyone that I know, like, my analytics tell me that people don't pass like the 9-minute mark. People only watch for the first 5-10 seconds, and that's it. Fine. If you even watch even past that, that's fine. Even if you watch prior to that, that's fine. I don't care. I truly don't care. What I do care about is I just one day achieve my goal of having a group of friends that want, you know, to achieve a certain goal in Warframe, or help new players, or experience a nice new and vibrant builds, you know? I want to be making more builds and make every single weapon in Warframe and everything that I have companion all Steel Path viable. Everything Steel Path viable. Where everything I know will just shred level 991s here. Maybe not possible because, well, it is Deviri, and Deviri is a roguelike, and things could and everything can make or break your you know, your run in the roguelike. But that's why I'm doing it. 100 armor. Shit. Come on, just hit me. Oh yeah, 1,500. That's good. That's better. Want to spawn this guy in? But yeah, that's essentially the meat and potatoes of everything. I just want to be able to make builds, make news videos about this game and updates, and talk about dev streams and stuff. My point of view, actually, here's one. If you've gone this far in the video, thank you so much. But here's one thing: the dev stream. The way that they talked about, you know, changing mods and stuff like that, like, or changing blast and changing, you know, elements. I'm totally on board with that. I think that's a great idea. I think that would be fucking phenomenal. For, you know, the game to do something like that, where we should change up blast and we should change cold to do other things and better things. We shouldn't have to worry too much about, you know, just using viral and slash, even though they're like, yeah, we're not going to touch it, but we are going to give you a better idea of what you should use against, like, enemies and stuff. I enjoy the Eidolon hunts. I actually, excuse me, sorry for the yawn. I do want to do Eidolon hunts with people.
GG. Wait for you, just as I did before.
Another job well executed.
But yeah, like, I would love, just absolutely fucking love, to see other things become more viable. It's like mag, right? Magnetic. I want magnetic, blast, cold, all that stuff to be more viable. With that being said, guys, those are my thoughts on DevStream. I'm excited for Protea Prime. Once the patch notes come out, we're going to be reading them together, and I will give you guys all the information that's on the patch notes, kind of like what Aztecross does with the TWABs. So yeah, with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like it, like it. If you guys dislike it, dislike it. And if you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for fucking watching, and have a good day.